Apparently, all Americans are broke. Americans are broke. They ain't got no money. What we gonna do? Guess what? I'm not broke. I don't know about you, but I am not broke. My family is not broke. But why are you broke? Let's watch this quick video and then I'll give you a few tips to get you not be broke.
You'll still be broke. If you broke, I promise you'll still be broke, even if you start to make more money. When I was in the Army, I was making around $47,000 per year. When I got out of the Army, I started making close to $150,000 per year.
Wow.
So what did I do? I started to build a life around 150 instead of maintaining the life that I had at 47.
Right.
And that's what most people do. See, a lot of us pray and set goals to be in these positions. Then we get there and our habits pull us right back. Like, it's so easy to talk about financial freedom, but nobody talks about the discipline that it takes to get there, or the importance of putting money away so that you're prepared for the things that are unexpected, or living below your means so that you can actually see the fruits of your labor.
Yes.
See, financial freedom is a mindset. It's not a dollar amount. And if you can't handle a little, I promise it's not going to change when you start to get a lot. And for those of us that didn't grow up with a silver spoon and had to figure all of this out on our own, you owe it to yourself and your kids to stop this cycle where it is right now. So I challenge everybody, take a look at your spending habits. Right. You may not be able to fix it overnight, but I promise you, one small change every day will turn into major changes over time.
So everybody on social media is crying about we're broke, being broke, we can't afford nothing. First, we know inflation is a bitch, okay? And so inflation gets a lot of us. But something this young man said, it's all about mindset, right? See, a lot of people have lifestyle, what they call lifestyle creep. You were making 50,000, now you're making 100,000. You've moved your lifestyle up to 100,000 versus keeping it at $50,000. See, in order for you not to be broke, to get out of debt, you have to change your mindset. You must renew your mindset. You must be disciplined. I was watching another video. The young lady say, you're broke because you're lazy. And I thought about not lazy as in not want to work, but lazy as in not wanting to do the work to get out of debt or to maintain your lifestyle or not to be broke. What is the definition of broke over here at the church, girl? Broke is living paycheck to paycheck. That's what broke is over here, okay? That means you cannot miss a paycheck. If you miss one paycheck, you cannot pay your bills, you're broke. If you're waiting for the other paycheck to pay the bills, you're broke. That is what it means to be broke, when you cannot miss a paycheck. So that means if you can't miss a paycheck, you're stressed out. You can't take off time from work because you're so tired, you're so exhausted. Why? Because you cannot miss a paycheck. Also, death and life is in the power of the tongue. You will have what you say. So if you continue to say you're broke, guess what's going to happen, boo-boo? You're going to continue to be broke. Me, I'm not broke. My family and I, we're not broke. Okay, was homeless and had a baby at 16. I'm 47, 48 this year. And so there are things you can do to not be broke, but then it takes mindset. It takes you really sitting down and figuring out, okay, where can I make these adjustments? In my new book coming very soon, don't know when, My Freedom Money, I talk in here about how you really need to discipline yourself and discipline your life. You know, a lot of us, especially those of us of the melanated community, we like to buy all these name brand stuff so we want people to think we got it like that. Yet you live in the hood, your kids go to bad school, and there you go. And see, and also a lot of people have trigger mentality. If you know what I mean, it starts with the M. Trigger mentality is you walk around with $1,000 on, right? driving a BMW and live in the hood, and your kids go to bad school. That is trigger mentality. Somebody who does not have trigger mentality, who will renew your mindset is, you know what? I'm gonna go on over here to Burlington, buy these $20 jeans, these $20 shoes, $10 t-shirt. What's that? $30. Get me a $20 purse. That's it, $50. Walk around $50. But I'm going to get out of the hood, move my kids out of the hood to a better neighborhood so they can go to better schools. That is what somebody who really wants to get out of debt, want to change your bloodline, your generational wealth, and get out of poverty will do. But we walk around in $10,000 shoes and live in the hood. $13 purses, live in the hood. $300 weave every week. It's not three. I hear it's like you get weave for $1,200 now a month, but you still live in the hood. That is trigger mentality. And that's why you're broke and you will continue to be broke. So while everybody is running around talking about you're broke, I'm not broke. And I know a lot of y'all try to say, oh, I have a unicorn as a husband. But when I met my husband, I wasn't broke either. Yeah, he has maximized my lifestyle. But guess what? I didn't have lifestyle creep with my husband. So when we were looking for a house, my husband could afford a $500,000 house. Guess what I got? I picked out a $250,000 house. See what I mean about not lifestyle creep. And we've been married 12 years. This year is 12 years. And our mortgage, insurance, and taxes, still, my husband does not pay $2,000 a month yet for our mortgage, insurance, and or taxes. You know why? Because I picked out a $250 house in a decent neighborhood. Because I knew when we came here, okay, we just need to come here. We need to stack our cash. We need to build our wealth. And then a few years later, we go move. Well, we've been here 12 years. Y'all know what happened with the market. And right now, we're getting ready to go buy our forever home. And that forever home is priced at $1 million. And I am not showing off, okay? Because Black people think you're showing off. I'm not showing off. I'm just showing you how if you discipline yourself and your lifestyle, how life will get better for you and things will get better, and you can use cash to pay for the things you want. Now, do I use credit card? Yes, I do. I love my credit cards because I get points. I just got my email about how many points I've gotten since Christmas. So I use my credit cards. So because 12 years ago, I picked out a $250,000 house in the same neighborhood I live now, the same neighborhood we're going to get the forever home in, that we're about to go buy for almost $1 million. You might as well say it's $1 million. The house is $980, was $980, came down to $950. We're just, for cash. So because we sacrificed back then, mindset back then, now 12 years later, we save, we invest, we bank our money. Now people's crying about 7%, 8% mortgage. That's not our problem. Our problem is, let's get this house, let this buyer accept our offer, so on and so forth. My heart goes out. But even if it was 7% mortgage, we would still go ahead and get it. Okay. Another thing we did, I picked out a house in an area where my husband could take a train to New York. He worked in New York. Okay. So we've been married for 12 years. We've had one car. When we first got married, I had a car. My husband had a truck. My car was parked for 2 years because he said, drive my truck to work. And then I eventually gave the car that I bought for $500 with cash. I bought that car. I gave that car to my girlfriend. Now, while I was in college, it was just me and Lexa. Guess what I did? I took the bus to work. All them girls, My friends that I went to school to that took out student loans, now 20, 30 years later, they're crying about student loans, relief, pay on my student loans. They took out student loans to go get car and apartments they couldn't afford. You know what I did? My whole time in college, I had a studio apartment. And me and Lexi took the bus to work, to school and work. So while my friends was driving around in brand new cars, I got on the bus. I went every month to Penn Station to get my $42 bus card, and I took the bus to work, to college and to work. So now they're on social media crying for student loan debt relief. Guess what? I ain't got no student loans. I took out a student loan my last year in college and paid it off years ago. Okay? So my first job out of college, my father bought my first car. Then that one died. He bought me another car. My uncle kept saying, Jan, you need you another car. I said, Mac, I'm going to drive this car till this car fall apart. And that's what literally happened. My car fell apart. Driving down Market Street, made that left in Washington, I started hearing stuff falling out the car. I kid you not. I had to call my uncle crying. I'm begging, you come pick up my car. This stuff falling apart. He said, Janice, you said you was going to drive this car until it fell apart. And then instead of me calling my daddy for a new car, I said, you know what? I went to the job crying. The girl said, Janice, go on Craigslist, get your car. Went on Craigslist, found me a nice car from a little old white woman for $2,500, had 21,000 miles on it. That was a brand new car. And you know what I did? I didn't have to take out a loan. I went to the credit union, and because I was saving every pay, they was taking some money out of my pay, put in my savings. I asked them for a $25 check, $2,500 check, and I bought that car cash. And literally 2 years later, I got married. My husband, a truck. And then when that truck died, my husband bought another truck. And then when the hurricane took that truck, he got this truck that we have. So we drive one truck. We drive one truck because we don't need two vehicles. So that's another way we save our money. We don't need two vehicles. We drive one. Sometimes I take the train to work or the bus to work. Why? Because we know we want to get this forever home and we want to pay for it cash. Y'all know my favorite stores is Burlington, Target, and Marshalls. Honey, if anything is not on sale, I don't buy it. I don't wear name brands. The only name brand pocketbook I have is Coach that my sister buy me. Because for me, the pocketbook doesn't make me. Instead of me spending $5,000 or $10,000, do you know what I can do with $10,000? I would never put $10,000 in a pocketbook because I'm thinking, wait, I need to put $7,000 in my Roth IRA that's going to grow tax-free. And I can put $3,000 in little Michael's college fund. So when it's time for him to go to college, he can go to college and don't have to get in debt. That is a curse. He don't have to take out student loans. He will not be one of the little black kids crying about how I'm going to go to college, how I'm going to pay for college. No, my son will have a paid in full college education. Why? Instead of me buying a $10,000 purse, $13,000 pocketbook, shoes, I am putting that money in my Roth IRA, and I'm putting money away in Michael's college fund, and I'm putting money away in his UTMA account, and I'm putting money away to take care of Alexia. So do you see the mindset? You want to go get pocketbook and purse so you can make people think you got money, but you're broke. You're in debt. You're not preparing for retirement. You have no savings. You do not have any emergency fund. That's why you're broke. Right? The numbers came out that over 70% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. That means you're broke. 50% of Americans cannot afford to pay for a $1,000 emergency. That means you're broke. And I share the example of this truck we have that my husband backed up in a pole. I don't know how he did it because the truck has the camera and the sound. He backed up in a pole and hit the camera and it's not working. The camera works, but the beep is not working. He called the truck place. They say, Mr. Tom, so that's going to be $950. This is why Dave Ramsey said you need to have $1,000 for when an emergency happened, you can pay for it. $1,000 not an emergency fund, but in the event something happened, you hit the truck, got hit, you bust out tire or something, you can pay for it. My husband just had to change our tires. One tire, something happened, so they gave him one for free. And then it was something else with the truck. Like I because my uncle was a mechanic, he taught me to pay attention, how to hear and how to feel. And I remember my husband was driving the truck. I said, wait a minute, Mike, that don't sound right. Something didn't sound right. So we turn off the music, everybody quiet. We hear this noise. Anyways, my husband took the truck up to the place because it's still under warranty. And everything my husband had to do came up to $5,000. We didn't put it on credit card. Go to the emergency fund, take that $5,000 out because that's what emergencies are for. You need to save for emergencies. And then there's a report that says the average American have over $20,000 in non-mortgage debt. That means it's credit card, you're shopping, you're buying things you can't afford. Now, I love to shop. Okay, I go to Burlington's, honey. I love Burlington's because I can always find stuff on sale for the kids. I'm not saying not to shop because my financial thing is a comfortable life. I want to be comfortable. I want to buy what I want to buy. If I want to go out and eat, I'm going out to eat. My kids want anything, I buy them. But I also teach my children to live way below their means. Okay. We're not buying no $20,000 purse to walk around with no $20,000 purse. You don't got no emergency funds, college fund, retirement, and all of this stuff. I'm getting ready to retire when I'm 52. I am not showing off. Okay. Because Black people think you're showing off instead of them catching the vision and run with the vision. That's why y'all are broke, because you think people are showing off. You know why I'll be retiring in 6 years, 7 years, depending on how they count it? Is because when I started my first job out of college, I started invested in a 401k. This job has a 457. And so every pay, they take out a lot of money. My check, let me tell y'all, my check, I've been working at this job for almost 20 years. I have a very decent paying job. But my check, when I get my check, I got my check on Friday. My check was $800 and something. That was my net pay. Do you know why? Because they're taking out that money from my retirement. They're taking out that money from my 457. Plus also I pay like $500 a pay for health insurance. When the girls at my job say, oh my God, 800, that's all right. You know why? I'll be retiring in 6 years and they'll be working until they're 68. People have been telling for years, sign up for the 457. Discipline. I can't live on that. Yes, you can. You have to sacrifice today for tomorrow. So every pay, they take out that little bit of money. Well, it's not a little bit, it's a lot. Mr. Lincoln is coming this week. We call him Mr. Lincoln. He is coming this week. Guess what? I'll be up there to see if I can add another $25. Mr. Lincoln, please add another $25 for my to my 457. Take that out. You'll have to sacrifice today for tomorrow. And Black people, you must invest. You cannot beat inflation without investing. The way you beat inflation is investing. It don't take if you ain't got but about $50 a month invested. This is not financial advice. I'm just telling you that in order for you to beat inflation, you must invest. My family, our beautiful family, and we are prepared to buy this $1 million house because we invested. Every pay, my husband get his check cut in half, put that money in that 401k. Every pay, my check get cut in half. Put that money in that 457. We shop at Burlington's. We go get the $50 pocketbook from Burlington's. It lasts. Put that money, invest that money. Little Michael's getting ready, is going to be going to a prep school. My husband wants him to go. He has a high school. I have a high school investment account for him. So when it's time for him to go to high school, that money is coming right from his investment account. When he's ready to go to college, that money is coming right out of his 529. You know why? You have to sacrifice. You must discipline yourself. Sacrifice today for tomorrow. We know everybody's going to go on to glory. Prepare for it so your family's not embarrassed to raise GoFundMe to bury you. So why Americans are broke? I'm not broke. My family, we are not broke. We are blessed. We have all of our needs are met. We sacrifice today for tomorrow. We bring our tithes and offering to the storehouse. I share with you guys, our mortgage is our biggest bill. Our next check, the next biggest check my husband writes is for tithes and offering. We love to give. Tithes and offering, we love to give. We give to the glorification of the Lord Jesus Christ, to get the gospel out. That's the mortgage, tithes. That's how our bills are set up. We love, every time pastor asks for something, my husband get on the computer and give it. So that's another way too. You broke because you're not giving. You're also not giving. Not only are you not sacrificing for tomorrow, but you're not giving. So you're not giving God nothing to work with. What he says, bring all your tithes and offering into the storehouse and prove me. I think this is the only place in the Bible God says, prove me, test me, and see if I will not open up the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing that you will not have room enough to receive. So we give and we believe God, open the windows of heaven, pour out a blessing, my God, that we will not have room enough to receive. So you broke. If you are broke today is Sunday, find your church, go on down to the church, put some money in that bucket and say, Lord, you said I should test you. All right, y'all, I got to go. My book, Freedom Money, is coming very soon. Maybe next year, I don't know. Freedom Money. You know what freedom money is? Freedom money is money so that you can do whatever you want to do. You want to send your kids to college, you have the money to send. You don't have to get in debt. I love you. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Why are Americans broke? Are you broke? I love you. Also, listen, if you're broke, you got, let me tell you, you got to give God something to work with. You have to open windows. You have to have stuff so God can move in your life. That's why this is my side gig. This is my gift to the body, is to writing. But listen, God can bless somebody to buy some of your books, buy your painting, whatever it is. Give God something to work with. I love you. I'll talk to you later. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Bye.